20 years ago, when I was at FDA, we launched the investigation in tobacco. I had to learn everything I could about nicotine. Why does the smoker pick up that cigarette and smoke 780,000 more over a lifetime? Why does that cigarette become so powerful? Then I became very interested in food and in overeating. So that power to get me to do something that I didn't want to do, but I was going to do it anyway, I began to wonder whether that power of how a stimuli can capture our attention, how that plays a role not just in addiction, cigarettes, or drinking, or eating, but what about other stimuli, ideas, objects, thoughts, feelings? When you look at someone who's depressed, they can't shake their attention being focused but on negative things. And someone who is manic is focused on those things that are going to make them feel good. And at the core of that range of disorders, what you see is the selective attention that has the ability to affect how we feel. Capture is how our attention focuses on one stimuli rather than the thousands of others that are bombarding us. Capture is neutral. We can be captured by things that are positive or negative. But what's key is not that there's a chemical imbalance, but rather that there are these neural circuits that we're all vulnerable. And you can explain a range of disorders, the obsessions, the phobias, the addictions, by looking and seeing what is the object of capture. Pick any form of treatment. Let's start with drugs. What drugs do is they dampen my reactivity, and I feel things less. Psychotherapy, in essence, gets me to look at the world differently, hopefully to be captured by something else. Spirituality gets me to try to distance myself from the stimuli. They're trying to affect this process of capture. Capture is part of all of us, but why do some of us become captured by something, someone's captured by something else? What determines that? What captures us is intensely personal. Every capture is the result of prior captures. But what capture does is it tries to pull back the curtain on mental illness and says that there is a fundamental mechanism to which we're all vulnerable. And it's just the way our brains are wired,